Hey, what is going on guys? It's Robin here. In this video we're going to cover the best affordable headsets for PC, PS4 and Xbox One in 2019. With that said, let's get into it. So first headset, or the first lineup of headsets that I would highly recommend, is the Arctis lineup from SteelSeries. Now SteelSeries is selling a wide range of headsets in this family, and depending on your budget you can get a few extra features such as wireless, surround sound, RGB, again depending on your budget. Now what's true for every headset though is that Arctis 3 or 5 shares the same base design, and 3, 5 and 7 are all fitted with the same kind of speaker, which SteelSeries calls the S1 speaker. And yeah, this is a very good speaker. In fact, the best speaker I've had a chance to try on a gaming headset to this day, and it actually beats my Biodynamic DT990 and my Denon GH20 for gaming, and is even on par when it comes to audio fidelity, which is very impressive. So for critical listeners, this headset works for you as well. Now to make it even better, make sure to pick up the 2019 edition, because SteelSeries made some important update this year to the whole Arctis family, which made them even greater than the 2017 models. And we're going to talk a bit more about these updates in a second, but for now let me just show you through the different options you have here. So first and foremost, what you're looking at here is the Arctis 7, which currently sets you back at $120 on Amazon. This is their mid-range headset in the Arctis family. We do get some premium features with this one, such as 2.4 GHz wireless operation and up to 12 meters or 40 feet wireless range. Now I've been testing the wireless connectivity for a few days now, and it seems very stable. I can have my computer in my living room, for example, and walk away to my kitchen, which is on the other side of my apartment, about 8 meters away, with a couple of walls, without getting any sort of lags or disruption. I'm also living in a very crowded area here in Sweden, where there's lots of wireless connections being broadcasted from neighbors, etc. That is very impressive. Now on top of that, the rechargeable battery will last you up to 25 hours of continuous gaming whilst listening to Spotify, and it took me about 3 hours to recharge it back up again. If you happen to run out of use in the middle of a session, you can just plug in the USB and keep using it, and you don't have to run wireless if you don't want to. Simply plug in the included 3.5mm jack and you can use it like any corded headset. There is no difference here in terms of sound quality, like worse sound running on cord or in wireless mode. Just to clarify, this works on Xbox One as well. I've been gaming a bit of Fortnite without any problems. I should add that it works flawlessly for PS4 as well. Now to use the wireless mode, you need to set up the USB transmitter. This is done by downloading SteelSeries engine and plug in the USB transmitter. The software will recognize the transmitter, and all you have to do is to hold the standby for a couple of seconds, and you will notice that the software is showing the headset, so you essentially don't have to deal with pairing the devices. That has already been done. If you happen to unpair the headset, there is a button on the transmitter that lets you pair them up again. Now keep in mind, the wireless only works for PC and PS4, not for Xbox, and the experience is a tad limited on PS4. Now while you're getting wireless audio and microphone functionality for chat, the chat mix and surround sound, which is done on a software level, only works on PC, unfortunately. Honestly, I don't think this is a deal breaker though, since I'm not entirely sold on software based surround sound, but yeah, it is there if you want to use it, and it works pretty good, and it gives you a richer immersed experience in game, and it helps a bit in certain situations. Now I won't go any deeper into how the surround works because it's beyond of the scope of this video, but I might make a separate video for that. Now, talking about the chat mix is available on Arctis 5 and 7, and it's a pretty awesome idea. So how does the chat mix work? So the headset appears as two separate audio devices in Windows. You assign game as the default audio device and then assign chat in Discord. The chat mix control on the headset then allows you to balance the two audio streams on the fly without even leaving your game. Now features like chat mix can make a gaming headset the superior option over audiophile headphones. For example, on my DT990 I have to adjust the volumes manually in Windows, which is something to have in mind. Now in this comparison picture here you can see the difference between each headset. For example, the most basic model, the entry-level Arctis 3, which is coming in at 70 MSRP, but yeah, right now you can pick it up on Amazon for $60. Does only only support 3.5 audio jack, and the richer surround features is unfortunately not supported here. You're still getting 7.1 virtual surround through Windows Sonic, which is still okay, but this requires that you're running on Windows 10. Also, there's no wireless and there's no RGB here, but other than that, you're still getting the same microphone, the same speakers as the 7 model. Speaking of comfort, this is the most comfortable gaming headset I've tested so far. The updated 2019 model carries a few updates that makes this even better, like thicker padding, slightly improved soundscape, where SteelSeries have bumped up the treble and bass a bit, and we got slightly slimmer volume dials with slightly better resistance this time. It's not the lightest headset, but it's not too heavy either, with its 0.8 pounds or 350 grams. Sound is what's probably most important, right after comfort, and this is where the S1 speakers truly shine. It's fitted with dual 40mm neodymium with an impedance of 32 ohms, which is more or less typically what you find on most gaming headsets at this price range. We got a closed back enclosure and some minimal sound leakage here, which is typically preferable for gaming, where you want minimal leakage, which will help isolate the sound in crowded areas. They have a very pleasant, powerful bass performance. Mids are also very well balanced, and the treble range is also pretty good, but it can be a bit aggressive and piercing at times. This can, however, be fixed on PC with a software-based IQ. The overall sound is, however, very good and outperforms most gaming headsets out there right now. So let's listen to the microphone. The microphone on the Arctis headset is actually really good. It is, however, worth mentioning that the treble is a bit overrepresented, which can make your voice sound a bit harsh. That is maybe not a bad thing, as it's going to make your sound a lot clearer, but yeah, it is worth mentioning. Now, starting at $60, this headset is a no-brainer for anyone looking for a quality headset that doesn't compromise on anything, which you don't typically see very often. I cannot recommend Arctis enough. Now, at $80 to $90, you can pick up the Logitech G Pro, which is a slightly improved G433 design with better fabric finish, with its durable matte coating that also looks very nice. As you can see, the overall design is very minimalistic, casual, and doesn't scream too much gaming, which I personally like. I wouldn't hesitate of using them outdoors without looking out of place. Now, the earpads are detachable, with the second set being more breathable. For shorter periods of gaming, I'd like to keep the leatherette pads on, but for more intense sessions, for extended periods, I would rather recommend the second pads, which are a tad bit more breathable. The microphone cannot be pushed back into the ear cups unlike the Arctis, but it is detachable, which is still nice. Now, in terms of volumes, you're getting a detachable cable with an inline remote, the simple mic mute slider, and a volume dial with good amount of resistance, so that you don't happen to change volume by mistake too easily if you happen to get in contact with the volume wheel. In terms of build, the headset should be able to survive a couple of accidental drops without any damage. The detachable cable is a very nice bonus if you happen to get your cord stuck on something, giving the cable a chance to disconnect from the unit, which can save the headset from damage. In terms of sound, they do sound very good for being a gaming headset. They have a well extended and powerful bass, and even mid-range, and a decently balanced treble. However, the bass suffers from inconsistent delivery across multiple subjects and could sound a bit boomy for some, and the mid-range is a little unemphasized, which can weaken the vocals and instruments a bit. They also lack a bit of detail in the treble range. Now, this is what makes this stand out versus the Arctis headset, and so if you rather prefer a softer character with a bit less sharp tones, less treble presence if you like, and a tad bit less detail in the higher frequency, the G Pro is the better option. What about the mic then? Let's have a listen. Microphone is actually really good for being a headset in this price range. There's a lot of presence and details here, but it may lack a bit of airiness if you listen very carefully. Nonetheless, it's definitely a great microphone for this particular price point. In terms of surround, well, there's no option for that like on the Arctis, but it does work flawlessly on any console, and I have been using them on Xbox for both gaming and music listening. Now, if you're looking for a casual looking headset that especially works outside if you like, with a great mic and well balanced frequency response and overall good quality, delivers a solid gaming experience where critical listeners is important also, with well balanced lows, mid and high tones. For $70, it's a great alternative alternative to the Arctis 3, for example. Now, if none of these two options find your interest, I would then recommend the HyperX 2 Cloud that we took a look at a few weeks ago. For more details about this particular headset, have a look down in the description where I link up a video where we took a look at that. With that said, I want to know, guys, what headset are you currently using and what headset would you like to recommend? Share your thoughts in the comments. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm going to be back with a brand new video in just a day or two. Until then, have an awesome day, right?